system. I've got it set up now. I think it's a little frustrating. I'm going to have to record it in short bits and edit it all together. Okay. The article is called Wanted, God, Dead or Alive. It is a popular misconception that Satanists does not believe in God. The concept of God it has interpreted by man has been so varied throughout the ages that Satanist simply accepts the definition which suits him best. Man has always created his gods rather than his gods creating him. God to some is benign, to others terrifying, to the Satanists whatever name as the better in nature, and not as being concerned with suffering. This powerful force which permeates and balances the universe is far too impersonal to care about the happiness or misery of flesh and blood creatures on this ball of dirt upon which we live. Oh, tore my voice up doing this. I gotta take a drink now. Anyone who thinks a Satan is evil should consider all men, women, and children animals who have died because it was God's will. Certainly a person grieving an untimely loss of a loved one would much rather have their loved ones with them than in God's hands. Instead, they are unconsciously, it's the word I can't pronounce, so I will just highlight a little bit. There you go. If you can make it out, good. If you can't, I'll put a spelling in the sidebar, and everyone will be happy. Clergyman's will, or he is in God's hands now, my son. Such phrases have been a convenient way for religionists to condone and excuse the mercilessness of God. But if God is in complete control, have religionists been falling back on their Bibles and rule books to prove or disprove, justify, condemn, or interpret? Pouring myself a drink here, people. Ugh. Okay. The Satanist realizes that man and the action and reaction of the universe is responsible for everything, and doesn't mislead himself into thinking that someone cares. No longer will we sit back and accept the fate without doing anything about it, just because it says in chapter such and such and Psalm so and so, and that's that. The Satanist knows that praying does absolutely no good at all. In fact, it lessens the chance of success for the devoutly religious who often sit back complacently and pray for a situation which, if they were to do something about it on their own, could be accomplished much quicker. The Satanist shuns such terms as hope and prayer, for they are indicative of apprehension. Yeah, that right. It's indicative of apprehension. God, I messed that up like that. If we hope and pray for something to come about, we will not act in a positive way which will make it happen. The Satanist realizes that anything he gets is of his own doing, takes command of the situation of praying instead of praying to God for it to happen. Positive and actions. Just pray for forgiveness. Others commits a wrong, he either prays to God for forgiveness or confesses to an intermediary and asks him to pray to God for forgiveness for his sins. The Satanist knows that praying does no good. Confessing to another human being like himself accomplishes even less, and is furthermore degrading. When a Satanist commits a wrong, he realizes that it is natural to make a mistake, and if he does, and if he is truly sorry about what he has done, and takes to do the thing again. If he is not honestly sorry about what he has done, and knows he will do the same thing over and over, he has no business confessing or asking forgiveness in the first place. But this is exactly what happens. People confess their sins so that they can clear their consciences. Let myself for that. Ugh. Bad me. and be free to go out and sin again, usually the same sin. There are many different interpretations of God in the usual sense of the word, as there are types of people. The images run from a belief in a God who is of the same vague sort of universal cosmic mind to an anthropomorphic deity. I think I got that right. With the long waddles whose action is completely impossible. Even within the confines of the personal interpretations of God differ greatly. Some religions actually go so far as to label anyone who belongs to a religious sect other than their own, a heretic, even though the overall doctrines and impressions of godliness are nearly the same. For example, the Catholics believe that the Protestants are all doomed to hell simply because they do not belong to the Catholic Church. Considering I used to be a Protestant, that might have scared me at one time, but no, it doesn't. Fuck you, Catholics! There we go. Fuck yeah! I'm not trying to blaspheme, I'm just going crazy. Let's keep reading now. Chop that. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. If you do want me to do more videos like this, if anyone actually watches this, leave a comment, give it a high rating, promote me. I need more subs, people. I really do. It's kind of pathetic right now, but still. Dead man, you are the man. Keep watching. Yes. Oh, and did I mention I'm chopping this video here? Anyway.